We're never going to see another guy Shaq's size with his athleticism that was as dominant as him. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. It's hard for me to put somebody in the GOAT conversation with 1 MVP. Regular season. It's hard, Gil. So we're going to take somebody with 1 regular season MVP and put him in front of people that got 3, that got 4, that got 5. If Shaq would have had, if he'd had my work ethic, he'd have had 40,000 points.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy SoKraZyTv, back with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos. In this video, we got Shaq responding to Shannon Sharpe, man. Shaq goes nuclear on Shannon Sharpe. He responded on IG. Man, it's getting crazy already, man. This happened a little earlier, but Shaq just imploded, man. Shaq just said, yo, what you talking about, Shannon Sharpe? And now we gonna dive deep into it, man. We got a couple of videos as well. You know how we get down. Let's get it. And I appreciate y'all, man. I got the link in the description. If you want to join the family, the membership link is in the description. Let's get it, man. Roll to 5K. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, man. Let's get straight to the video.
I've never professed that I was as great as Shaq. But what I will say,
yes, sir,
I got what I got because I worked my ass off. Now,
yes,
Shaq has been the one that said that he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have.
Right.
Shaq is the one that anytime someone wins an MVP, he talks about how he should have been the MVP over Steve Nash. Now, you guys have heard me speak glowingly. I say Travis Kelce is better tight end than I was. So was Gronk. So was my guy, what's his name? For the Chargers. Antonio Gates, Gonzo, Big Winslow. I'm cool. I got no problem. You know why I got no problem, Ocho, with giving people credit?
Right.
Because I got everything out of my God-given ability. God gave me the ability to do what I could do. But he gave me discipline. He gave me dedication, the way I trained, the way I ate, the way I slept. So this was all I could get.
Right.
Now, I would have felt some type of way if I'd have got these numbers and I half-assed it. But I never half-assed it. Am I a top 100 player? No. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No. But what I did do is that I maximized that. And my question, if Shaq and because it's rough on the back. My question is, do you believe that you gave everything you possibly could in basketball? Did you train the way you should have? Did you eat the way you should have? That just goes to show you how great you was. That you didn't, you allowed your weight to get out of control. The injury started to creep up and you got 4 rings and you got 3 finals MVP.
See, I'm mad, man. I wish I understood.
Why you mad?
Because I wish I understood goddamn basketball. So when you talking about Shaq, especially during that time, think about this. If I don't know basketball now the way I should, the way you do, like what you telling me right now, it's like I'm trying to process the shit.
Think about it.
But I can't because I wasn't watching back then.
Think about it, Ocho.
Fuck,
he's the most dominant big man in the history of the game.
I know that much, yes.
And he got 1 MVP.
So, but think about this. Think about how they just, I'm not going to say rob. I don't want to use the word rob.
How they rob?
How they robbed Shea. 30 points. Number 1 seed.
On NightCap last night, Shannon Sharpe had a few things to say about Shaq because he was highly critical of Nikola Jokic winning his 3rd MVP. Now, we all know Shaq was dominant. In the early 2000s, Shaq was killing stuff, man. Shaq was in the finals back to back to back with Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers in the early 2000s, man. All them finals MVPs go to Shaq. Now, Shannon Sharpe did acknowledge that, but the thing that he's not acknowledging is the fact that Shaq got snubbed, man. Shaq got snubbed with a couple MVPs. Kobe Bryant did too. But Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, 1 MVP is crazy. Now, Shannon Sharpe did say this, though. As a dominant big, he's the most dominant ever, and he only has 1 MVP, which is crazy, right? It is crazy when you start thinking about it like that because Shaquille O'Neal was dominant. He was the most dominant player I've ever seen. And as a kid watching, I was like, man, this is too much. He's killing. He's doing everything. 35 and 15 finals, and he kept doing it. And Kobe was young. It's crazy, man. But Shannon Sharpe saying the stuff that he said, he's not wrong, man. He has a right to feel that way. That's his opinion. But at the same time, you got to acknowledge that Shaq was snubbed of MVPs. And Shaq feels that way to this day because Steve Nash, those two MVPs, it could be known that it could go to Shaq, it could go to Kobe or Tim Duncan. That's a fact. After all those shots being thrown, right? Shaq responded on IG. I got it up on the screen, man. We're going to run through it. Now, Shaq, he don't care, man. If he got a problem with you, he going to say something. So Shaq said, you took me sticking up for Shea as jealousy of Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 of your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget I know what you did to get to where you're at. Jealous me? Sounds like you jealous. I know you trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. I know you forgot 4 rings, 3 finals MVPs, top 50, top 75. Google me. And you better be quite frankly, all the success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic by according I worked less and then got more. Yeah, make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love, always, the most dominant big man ever, who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in any of the words, Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. G14 classification, I have it. You don't. Not in my profession.
We're never going to see another guy Shaq's size with his athleticism that was as dominant as him. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. He sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years. But see, when you historically great, they talk about you as great basketball player, the GOAT, and Shaq is never brought up. And I think a part of him is envious of that.
When we talk about the greatest basketball players of all time as far as the GOAT conversation, Shaq's name is never brought up in that?
Yeah. It's hard for me to put somebody in the GOAT conversation with 1 MVP. Regular season. It's hard, Gil. So we're going to take somebody with 1 regular season MVP and put him in front of people that got 3, that got 4, that got 5. If Shaq would have had, if he'd had my work ethic, he'd have had 40,000 points.
And there y'all have it, man. Shaq, nuclear, Shannon Sharpe. This is just a back and forth feud, man. Shaq is not feeling it. Whatever Shannon Sharpe said, his work ethic, that's what Shannon Sharpe was talking about. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Who y'all with, man? You with Shaq, the most dominant big man? Or you with Shannon Sharpe, man? Shannon Sharpe had some few things, man. And he let it off, man. Shaq didn't like it. They went back and forth. You seen how Shaq responded on IG, man. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, man. Roll to 5K. Let's get it. I love y'all. Peace and love, family.